Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Coin Lady channel. Since XRP Victory Day on July 13th, when Judge Annalisa Torres ruled that XRP itself is not a security, this is possibly the most exciting and crucial legal development to take place. What exactly is the big deal, though? I assure you that I will not be teasing you. It's the SEC's complete and utter surrender. And in fresh paperwork submitted just now, they have made it clear that they are not arguing the lack of a security status of XRP as such. They use the term appellate review, but they're not actually asking for an appeal of anything. So, it's easy to understand. This is unlike anything else the SEC has done. They've given up completely. If this isn't the largest mass eviction, I don't know what is. The 13th of July was a find, but even the SEC had to cave in the face of Kevin. Oh, hell yes, count me in for two. But before I go any further, I should make it obvious that I have no financial or legal standing. I am not qualified to give you financial or legal counsel. Also, you shouldn't go out and buy anything just because I say so. Just a hobbyist here that occasionally posts films to YouTube on various crypto-related topics. And now we have breaking news, which I take to have occurred in the early afternoon rather than the late morning, as I was just saying. Although the SEC has filed its application to certify an interlocutory appeal, member of the XRP community, attorney James K. File, deserves credit for breaking the news and publishing it on his blog. And the crypto group led by John Dean elaborated on what that meant. Most importantly, this is a request that Judge Torres allow for an interlocutory, i.e. expedited appeal to the Second Circuit of her decision on programmatic and other sales of XRP, was written. The accused individuals. It's not what draws them in at all. And none of this has anything to do with whether or not the XRP token is a security. That settles it. So, to avoid any confusion, and to restate what the SEC word is, which I will come to as soon as possible in this video. The SEC is no longer trying. However, all that's being asked for here is the paperwork to appeal the judge's ruling on the SEC law. That means the SEC failed to win the sale of securities through programmatic trading or other non-institutional channels. The SEC has requested permission to initiate an appeal, as stated in a letter drafted by attorney Jeremy Hogan. However, that doesn't make it an appeal. Do you mean to say that this is an appeal? Not at all. And obviously, here, he has been hilariously redundant. He claims this is a non-appeal motion under the law. No, it's not an appeal, and it's not even close. I appreciate it. I value your help. Similarly, here, there is a wide variety of deception, some of which is deliberate. Here's the 2 million follower account of the Watcher Guru on X, previously Twitter. I knew it wasn't true when I read that the SEC has filed a move to appeal the finding that XRP is not a security. Neither the material nor the comments of attorneys or the community had been thoroughly explored by me. That was obviously not true, and I knew it. Therefore, I stated that this is not correct. Remove the sentence about how the SEC disagrees with the judge's ruling that XRP is not a security. By the way, this was around 10 minutes before I learned that the SEC had informed Judge Torres. Yes, we won't be resisting that in any way. The fact that XRP is not treated as security in pharmacies. We won't be resisting that suggestion. Thereafter, Bloomberg would read this headline, and the appeals process would begin. The XRP token does not qualify as a security. That is just false. Furthermore, Jonathan's crypto law rebutted, saying that this is not true. This document does not constitute a notice of appeal. It's a request for an accelerated appeal hearing. Not even the parts of the decision or anything related to it. The SEC plans to challenge any decision that upholds XRP's classification as an asset and not a security. Amazingly, Bloomberg got this totally incorrect and ran a bogus story. So, I thought I'd bring that up as well. Even though my account on Next is nowhere near as large as that, think I have like 109,200 followers currently, I am going out of my way to push back against some of that nonsense, because I know that some big accounts out there are pushing out some false nonsense here. A shout out and credit are due to attorney Bill Morgan, whose name I mentioned in my tweet. It was less than an hour when I began investigating this before he stumbled into it, making him the first member of the XRP community to do so. So it wasn't completely examined. In a flash, attorney Morgan uncovered the golden nugget, the needle in the haystack, or whatever you want to call it. I'll expand this for you. This is the section I highlighted in red. After seeing this from attorney Morgan, I made a copy. Then I drew my own red line around the important part, which turned out looking like something out of kindergarten. In addition to the following text. Since I doubt anyone here needs a translation, I'll just say that the SEC isn't appealing the decision that the assets here are worthless code written by a computer. Let's get the SEC to officially state that they won't sue over whether or not XRP is legitimate. That is exactly the topic being discussed here. So, I decided to compose the following. The SEC has come out and stated categorically that they would not appeal the court's ruling that XRP is not a security. Even the SEC doesn't think the judge's rake-off comment constitutes a threat, so anyone who argues otherwise is incorrect. Morgan, a licensed lawyer, comes next. The Judge Rakoff decision has been met with much criticism, and not without reason. The SEC isn't going to fight this, so it can't happen, in my opinion. Quite the opposite is true. In other words, look, I get it. As a result, you may be wondering, how is XRP safe if the SEC challenges Ripple's programmatic or other sales? The reason for this is what they are appealing on, if they are even entitled to do so. Only transactions with significant effects on programmatic and other sales will be discussed. This means that all they would do is make decisions about transactions involving Ripple. So long. Not ours, this wouldn't lead to a delisting from a trading platform. Not at all. XRP. Not at all, you need not worry. No, and please listen to something completely ridiculous and out of left field from the GM. Not even close, though. No, this is not it at all. Since XRP Victory Day on July 13th, this is the most significant and promising legal development to have occurred in the XRP ecosystem. This, by the way, is the actual tweet I saw. I couldn't believe what I was reading until I saw it came from Tony Morgan. He claimed that the SEC isn't contesting or appealing any judgment that the item in question is not a security. There it is, shown clearly for all to see. I think it's great. They had completely given up hope at this point. It's as if the original complaint, which called XRP a digital asset security, and the SEC's own articulation of the embodiment theory of why XRP itself was a security, never happened. This is how badly Torres crippled them with her ruin, according to the gentleman's crypto law. And you're absolutely right about that, because they are, in fact, I'll take a moment to read the whole thing, not just the portion that's highlighted in red. What the SEC had to say is as follows. According to the document, the defendants claim that there is no valid reason to disagree with the ruling or terraform. Therefore, we would be debating the quantity of dough involved, as both cases followed his line of reasoning and found that the asset underpinning the investment contract was not a security. Neither in this case nor in Terraform did the SEC claim that the underlying asset of those investment contracts inevitably constituted a security. Because the assets at stake here are nothing more than computer code, the SEC is not appealing any ruling that acknowledges this truth. Take a look. The SEC has now said that it will not be appealing the decision. We've been arguing that point for a while, insisting that it's unacceptable. Here's the point though, and this is what I ultimately responded to Attorney Dayton's crypto law organization with. It's simply this idea that the SEC, if you ask them, are you claiming that XRP itself is a security? No. Then you take a look at what they're actually saying. It's the logical analog of saying it is. I don't know what to do with that. What, exactly? What does that leave one to do? Obviously, you're trying to have it both ways. Secretary, in any case, this is a huge victory. I'm overjoyed to be writing about this development. Because now there is no doubt. I saw earlier comments by attorney Fred Rispoli that seemed to suggest as much. Oh, this is wonderful news. And I'm paraphrasing here, but something like this is a pleasant surprise because I thought the SEC would find a roundabout way to push in their appeal that XRP, the token itself, somehow actually is a security. Keep arguing along those lines, as they did with their embodiment theory, and stating that XRP itself represents all the efforts of Ripple, which is the functional equivalent of saying XRP is a security, but they're just pretending L. But they specifically stated that we will not be appealing this decision. They already lost the argument about that, and it's irrelevant anyhow. If you're wondering why they're so focused on programmatic and other sales of Ripple, it's because that's the only place they stand a chance of success, and even then, I don't give them much of a shot. They abandoned territory they knew was gone. This is why they made that statement. It's healthy for us, certainly, but it is what it is. Isn't that great? In a word, yes. You do realize that I am not a financial counselor and that you should not base any investment decisions on what I say, correct? Please like and subscribe my channel. See you later, bye.